Hi everyone. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you had fun with the sun. It was very warm today, a bit like summer. I think we're going to have a great time in summer as long as we stay cool. Today I've got a story about Harry by the sea in the summer. This is Harry. He's a white dog with black spots. And we're going to read this story about what happens to him when he goes to the beach with his family. Harry was a white dog with black spots who liked everything about the seashore except the hot sun. One day when the sun was very hot, Harry looked for a shady place to sit, but when he tried to sit under the umbrella with the family, it was too crowded, so he couldn't stay. And when he crawled into the children's sandcastle, look how fancy that sandcastle is, all the walls came down and the children said, "You have to go." And then he started to walk behind this lady and she said, "Stop. I don't want you to do that." She became angry and said, "Stop following me." "Get lost," she said. Oh, sometimes that happens when people are very hot. She was very annoyed. The sun was very hot and Harry had walked quite a long way. So there's some seagulls in that picture. He was tired and he sat down at the water's edge, and the next minute a big wave came up from behind and crashed right on top of him. Sometimes that happens at the beach, but it works out. It looks like it would be sort of really cool. When the wave rolled back, Harry was left floating in the water, and he was completely covered in seaweed. I don't think he looks like a dog anymore. He looks like something from the bottom of the ocean. Suddenly a lady saw him floating toward her. "Help, help," she shrieked. "It's a sea monster." The lifeguard heard her and blew his whistle. "Everybody out," he shouted. "Everybody out." So, of course, Harry got out too. He was still covered with that lovely cold, wet seaweed. It made him feel very cool and comfortable, and now he didn't mind the sun at all. He felt so good that he decided he would look for the family. Do you think he looks like a dog? He does look a little unusual. Look at those people. I don't think they recognize him at all. On his way, some people saw him. "It's a sea serpent," one shouted. "It's a giant sandworm," said another. Harry had water in his ears, so he could hardly hear them. He just kept on running towards the main beach. When he got there, Harry stopped and stared. Instead of just his family's umbrella, everybody had an umbrella up because it was so hot, and they all looked the same. Harry couldn't tell one from the other. Suddenly, two beach attendants saw him. "Holy smoke," one of them said. "What's that?" "It's a bushy-backed sea slug," said the other. They whispered for a moment and then they leapt. Is Harry really a bushy-backed sea slug? I don't think he is, but I think they have a plan. Harry went from umbrella to umbrella, but he couldn't find his family everywhere. Everyone had sun hats and sunglasses, and everyone had sunscreen on, so he sniffed and he looked very hard, but he couldn't find them at all. Suddenly, two beach attendants came running back carrying a big trash basket. That's this one here. They ran towards Harry. "Stand back," they said to the crowd. "We're going to catch it and take it to the aquarium." Is that a good idea? I don't think so. Then they tiptoed right up behind Harry. Harry didn't know what they were doing, and he was listening to something, and this is what he heard. "Harry, Harry, Harry." Now he was sure. He didn't wait another moment. Just as the basket came down, Harry was off. He was running towards that sound because it sounded like his family were calling him. As he raced through the crowd, some people screamed, some people ran, and some people did both. But Harry paid no attention. He just kept on running down the beach because he had a plan. He was going to find them. When he got to the hot dog stand, he stopped and barked very happily. Behind the counter was a man shouting. It was his voice that Harry had heard. The man was not shouting, "Harry, Harry, Harry. He was actually shouting, hurry, 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 come get your hot dogs while they're hot. Harry still thought the man was calling his name, and he jumped for joy, and he jumped so much, guess what happened? That all the seaweed fell off. Look at that. Look how happy he looks. And of course he looks just like a dog. He's not a sea monster. Everybody gasped. They could hardly believe their eyes. And all at once Harry began to jump higher than before because he saw his children. They were running toward him. Oh, Harry, they said, we heard you bark. We've been looking everywhere for you. Harry was so happy. He did a little dance. There's a lot of people at that beach, isn't there? But it's all working out. The hot dog man was very grateful to Harry because he had brought so many people to the stand and he sold out of hot dogs. So he gave Harry a free hamburger. You're no sea monster, said the lady, giving him a cold drink. You're just a lost hot dog. Everyone laughed except the children. He's not lost, they said. He's Harry and he's ours. So everybody was happy. They hurried off to join the rest of the family. And the next time Harry's family went to the beach, they bought a new umbrella. And this one was white with black spots so he could recognize it. And no matter how crowded the beach became, it was easy to find. Best of all, it was very big. So when it got hot, everyone can fit under there very comfortably. Isn't that a fun story? I like that story, and I love to go to the beach, and I definitely want to wear a hat and have an umbrella in case it gets too hot. I hope you're going to have fun at the beach too. See you later.